Welcome to Beans and Breakdowns, a podcast dedicated to bridging the gap between specialty coffee and the heavy music community. On this episode, I'm joined by Luke Rota, drummer for the band Wisdom in Chains, as well as Stigma and Z9. So grab a fresh cup of coffee and wake the fuck up! What's going on, Caffeinated crew? This morning I'm joined by Luke of the band Wisdom in Chains, also of the band Stigma and Z9. He's got his hands full with the music, but how's it going over there with you, Luke?
It's going good, brother. How you doing, man?
I'm great. Wish the sun would come out. It would make me a little bit more happy, but at least I've got some coffee.
What kind of roast you like?
So I'm a big fan of acidic coffees. I like Ethiopian and weird juicy coffees, if that makes sense.
Really?
Yeah. What are you drinking anything on your side?
I had it already. I do like a dark. I usually drink espresso. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get that jolt.
Yeah.
But I usually do a dark roast, though. You know what I mean? Like,
definitely for espresso, man, you got to do something mid-dark, like something way on the. If you do it too light, it comes out a bit too sour.
A bit like bitter, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great. But I brew on this thing right here. It's like a pour over.
Dude, I still use the Bialetti. You know what that is?
Oh yeah, the mocha pot.
Dude, that's what I brew, bro.
You're Italian to the core, man.
100%, bro.
Do you?
I think that dude's name was like Alfonso Bialetti, right? It's named after the dude, right?
It's named after the family. Yeah, they started. Oh man, was it in the? It was in the 20s.
The 20s, yeah. I was gonna say the 30s.
Yeah, it was sometime. It's pre-World War II for sure.
Crazy.
But it's funny. I follow a guy from England who's like a big coffee nerd, kind of. He roasts coffee and stuff over there. But he just bought an antique Cimbali from a guy he refurbishes old Italian espresso like hand lever machines.
Wow.
But he did a whole history on the mocha pot and like put all these like temperature gauges inside to show you how it brews and how to.
I still don't, I don't get it. Like, how could you know what I'm saying? Like, what does the water do? Like, presses, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how it gets, and then it's coming up the top. It's coming from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on?
It's like a miracle of how it brews.
That's what I'm
crazy.
Saying. Figure that out, you know?
But I'm like you, whenever I do want to do an espresso drink, if I'm feeling a little bit of milk, or even in the summer, I do a tonic where you do espresso, some tonic water.
Oh, I've seen that.
And an orange peel, man.
Dude, that's beautiful, right?
It's fresh.
Wow.
I'll use I have a trusty mocha pot that I'll dig out of the cabinet, make some espresso. That gets
going, bro. That sounds, you ever have like those Manhattan, what is it called? Manhattan specials?
No.
It's I got to mail you some shit, I think, man. Like, I don't know if it's even up there. Sometimes I can't even find it. You know what I'm saying? I usually get it in the Bronx or like Little Italy. It's like a espresso soda.
An espresso
and it's like carbonated. Yeah, it's like it comes in a glass bottle, and some restaurants, I forget the name, some of them have it on tap, and it's just so delicious, bro. You got to try it out.
I got to do it. I love the when I was in Italy in 2019, I got on those. What's the name of the bitter sodas? It's almost like Campari. Which one?
It's Danbita or it's called like a Chinotto,
that's it.
Yeah.
So I got on those.
With the CH, it might be Chinotto.
So yeah, but
dude, I've been drinking those since I was a kid. I love them.
There's every once in a while, they don't sell the alcoholic ones here. They only do the sodas.
Right, correct. So you had the alcohol one?
Oh yeah. I was in Positano, and in my mini fridge, they had it stocked with like, they had a few of they had the Aperol and the Campari style.
Love it.
Spoiled.
They forget it, bro. They know what's going on with life, you know?
There's nothing like being on the balcony, having a nice like Romeo and Juliet with a...
Nothing better. Maybe a little gelato on the side, you know what I mean?
A little gelato. Yeah, man. Or a cannoli. I'll have a little cannoli with some...
Yeah. Now you're talking.
There's something about, man, I'm a very third wave person. Like, I'm very American in my coffee tastes. But every once in a while, there's something about that old Italian traditional style with the cappuccino, or even like a macchiato with the cannoli.
Bro, delicious.
Mind blowing.
I know. You gotta figure it out. You know?
Yeah, for sure. The Dead Sled collab that you guys did with Wisdom in Chains.
Yeah.
I had Mike on, I guess, almost a year ago now.
Great dude.
Yes. He was telling me that you were the go-to guy for picking out the flavors.
Yeah, I kind of took the reins, you know what I'm saying?
How did you decide on the amaretto? It's the Signo Amaretto.
Yeah, amaretto biscotti sogno. It means like amaretto biscuit, you know, the biscuit cookies dream, it's called.
Okay.
Sogno's dream in a town.
Oh, okay. And how did you come up with this flavor profile?
Dude, I just you know, we were shooting around with the band. They were like, listen, this, you know, kind of, you know, you go with it. So I'm like, it takes me back with my nonna at the table, like my grandmother at the table. They have these, I don't know if you have this, the Stella Dora S cookies. You ever have those? Like, dude, I gotta send you stuff, bro. So what happens? Like I would just take those cookies and dip it in my nonna's coffee, and then make it. I like to dip it until it gets soggy, and then you just bite into it, and it's almost like with the coffee and the cookie, it was almost exactly like, you know what I'm saying, and also like the amaretto biscotti cookie, like you know what I'm saying. Either one of those, whatever's on the table that she had, I would dip in that, and that's kind of where, you know, just the flavor from the coffee and the cookie together. I was like, dude, I mean, how do you not make a flavor after that? You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if there was out there for other coffees, you know what I mean? But I was like, Mike, you know, if you can nail that kind of, and he knew, and like he sent me a couple samples, a couple different brews, and I think it only took like 2 tries, and I was like, dude, you nailed it, bro. You know, so yeah, I just took it from there, and I'm happy with it. Everyone seems to, you know, good feedback on it, and I still drink it. You know, I drink it almost every day. Almost like an after dinner type of coffee, though, right?
Yeah, like a sweet like dessert.
Right. Yeah, it's the Stella Dora S cookies. It's shaped as an S, and it's like a coffee biscuit almost cookie.
Okay, I may have seen them at the Italian market or something like that.
Yeah, probably.
Here in Montreal, we have a huge Italian population, like crazy high Italian, Irish, and Jewish population, because it's a very, you know, diverse East Coast city. But back home in Savannah, we don't have anything. The best Italian restaurant is named Corleone's. Like, what is...
I thought you were the Olive Garden.
No.
Like, yeah, no, please.
But no, we're not that bad off, man. We have Olive Garden, right, of course, but... We have
stay out of there.
A little bit better.
All right.
Macaroni Grill.
All right. Hey, that's not bad. But yeah, man, that's, you know, we collab with them and Dead Sled, and even the packaging looks great. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really did a dope job, you know. And shout out to Mike, you know.
Yeah, for real. I bought it when I was having him on. I bought 2 of their coffees in the one bag. I haven't even opened it. I'm just keeping it because I love the way that it looks.
Wisdom,
yeah, the Wisdom and Chains blend.
Yeah, it looks great. I think they made 2 different. I have like the original, like the orange color, and I think they also made another one like more black tone to the packaging. But I think I got a couple. If I could say, I'll send you some stuff. You know.
Yeah, they. Whenever I had that one on, and I was telling my friends, especially in like into old school hardcore punk. I was like, yeah, you know, Wisdom and Chains did a coffee. And my friend bought like 4 bags of it. He bought like everything that Dead Sled has. He's like, I'm hooked on this.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, that makes me feel good, man.
It's a roaster that I haven't seen here. They're from a little town outside of Montreal called Deschambault in Quebec. It's an Ethiopian single origin from Sidama. It's got like raspberry and bergamot notes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's I believe it's a natural Ethiopian coffee. So it's naturally processed. They let it dry in the sun. Really, really great coffee.
Now, is the effects of doing stuff like that, it hits you different?
Major.
You know, gets you whatever you need to feel?
So in terms of like caffeine content,
right,
not a lot changes. But in terms of the flavor profile, it changes dramatically. So there's 3 or 4 major types. There's washed and natural. Natural's been around since they started making coffee in Ethiopia.
Okay.
But like all over the world, people do washed, people do natural, and then they've started doing like fermented styles of processing where they let the coffee cherry, it ferments around the bean.
Wow.
And then naturally washes off, or they'll wash it off. And then it creates like in more traditional style coffees where you would get nutty, chocolatey notes like from Brazil and from Central America, it creates more fruity and wine flavor taste. So it's,
you say that's like almost like a dry agent of like,
yeah, it's really strange. Right? It's almost like, you know how you let wine ferment and you let it age? They almost do that with the seeds, and it creates like much more outlandish flavor profiles.
Sounds good. Yeah, it sounds pretty intense.
It's so intense sometimes, like very acidic, so that your mouth almost lights up with like citrusy, like a lemon kind of. It's really really good. Yeah.
And you drink that black like straight up like that, like nothing in it, right?
Straight up, just right out of this carafe here. Yeah.
And you like it piping hot, like?
Oh no, I let it cool to almost lukewarm.
Yeah, that's how I am. Kind of, you know. I even prefer like even ice. I pour the espresso over ice sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Even ice cube. You know, you just freeze it, dump it in the hot water. Oh man.
My wife is a huge iced coffee fan,
nice.
And she used to do cold brew, but now she's all on to where we'll make these, but you dilute it with ice. So you balance out the hot water with the ice. It's insanely good.
Like the cold brew, like, so if you do a cold brew, it's different. Like, cause I would just leave it out for a while. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Let it cool off and then drink it like that. Or put it in the fridge. You know what I'm saying? What's the difference to the cold brew?
So a cold brew is you would take like coffee and grind it almost like a French press.
Okay.
Real coarse. And then you would put it in a certain amount of water and let it sit at room temperature for like 24 hours.
Wow.
And it steeps almost like tea.
Okay.
So then when you strain it out, you get a really highly caffeinated.
Wow.
And non-acidic style coffee. That it's like octane.
Yeah,
like
she should have opened up her own place. You know?
Yeah, it's if you really want to jolt, I've known people that'll do they'll do 2 shots of espresso in a cold brew.
I was gonna say that before. I would do a dark roast and do a shot of the espresso or 2 shots of that, you know? That's just to get me going at work, you know what I mean? Sometimes like, shit, I need something.
I'd be like shaky leg at the desk, like I can't.
Yeah, I get like that. I feel like that sometimes, but you know what? It fades off, you know what I'm saying? So that I just, keep the ride going.
Let it ride all the way through lunch into the afternoon.
As long as it could, yeah, you know what I mean?
Ride the wave, baby. So I know that you love coffee, obviously, but also being Italian, you also love pizza.
Love it all.
I've seen you post a lot about pizza, man.
Yeah, pizza. Really, all Italian food. Really, I love, but pizza is definitely, a craft. You know.
I want to know what the best pizza in New York. Where are you gonna find it?
Man, I get this asked a lot. There's so many now. It's like everyone has their favorite spot. You know what I mean? It's just like whatever. It's like a tattoo shop. I get like, I go here. You know what I'm saying? But I always say the Bronx, obviously, you know what I mean? That's what I think. But, Brooklyn's got fire pizza, you know what I'm saying? Even Staten Island. And I don't even head out that much, but my boy Fowler's on a pizza crawl right now. He's going all through Jersey right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, we try to do work, bro, like work, you know? We try to figure it out. But I stick with the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause this is where I grew up, you know? But There's a ton of places out there. And then it's also like what you're looking for. If you like the Sicilian style, the grandma style, regular, after school type special style, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I go to different places for different slices, but yeah, there's good pizza all in New York, man. But then sometimes it says like New York's best pizza and it ain't, you know what I mean? So you gotta watch out.
They pulling a fast one on you. New York's best pizza.
Yeah. Even like in other states, like New York style pizza, you get in there, it's like, Pizza Hut.
What makes, in your opinion, what makes that great like pizza?
The flavor in the dough, you know what I mean? And for me, I need a nice, well, not like well done, almost burnt around the crust, but you know what I'm saying? Like I need that crisp, Say if you're picking up that slice and it's flop, you gotta no go, you know what I mean? But you could also have a good tasting sauce on that pie, you know what I'm saying? So it depends. But yeah, me traditionally, I would love nice, you pick it up, you got a nice fold on it, nice crust, Everything's got to be pretty intact,
And what's the topping?
I like straight pizza, but if I have a top, and I usually go crumbled like sausage, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
For that, I go to Louis and Ernie's in the Bronx.
Shouts out.
But they got their crumble, so everyone does it different. Like sometimes they slice it, and it's like that, the circle. It just does. I don't know. Like you take it out of the casing and you just crumble it, bro. But that's usually my pepperoni's a classic, but usually just plain, just to see what they're about first. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to have like the baseline. That's like when you go to a coffee shop and you just get their house like drip coffee.
Exactly.
It's like, is this place for real or is it?
You gotta test the waters first and then start.
Is it all fluff?
Yeah. Exactly.
That's awesome. Well, let's talk a little bit about some of the music. You've been playing drums for a long time. You've been in hardcore for a long time. Can you remember your first drum kit?
I could. It was a blue groove. I think they were called like groove percussion. And like, it was like the heads on it it was dented right away. It came with like one like straight cymbal stand with like a tinfoil cymbal, bro. First hit, I was like, dude, what is going on here? But yeah, that was the first kit. And then I had that for a while because, I started changing the heads, I started finding out, what to do with them. And they weren't, they were pretty all right. And then I think after that, they went to Tama Swing Star, which were really good. I thought they were good for what it was. And then I started playing with my first band, and my boy had a Pearl Export kit. So I started playing on that white Pearl Export. And those are always old school classic sounding,
You can always find a Pearl Export somewhere.
Somewhere on a house kit, right? There's always a house kit of a Pearl Export somewhere. I don't think they're bad though. I really don't.
No,
you put the right skins on it, you're good.
I've heard somewhere that I think Pearl Exports were the most sold drum kit in history.
Wow.
Because I
believe it.
I played a show 2 weeks ago, and that house kit, of course, is like a fucking 30-year-old Pearl Export kit with some.
How does that?
Well, I mean, the heads, it still has stock rezos on it.
Oh, forget it.
But I mean, rezos, if it's a one ply, it's a one ply. It'll be all right. But then the batters, man, they were some old Evans, like EC1 hazy, like those weird ones. Yeah. They were dead.
Totally.
Dead. So I tuned them as much as I could and then, just beat the hell out of them.
Dent them up. Yeah, but I mean, they made a lot of, I remember, what was it? Was it the Pearls or was it Tama? Everyone had like a green, like a forest green, a white, or like a wine red. I don't know if those were Swing Star colors or export colors. Even red. I even seen a lot of reds.
The export came in, it was white, black, wine red.
Yep. Did they have a green?
I think they had a forest green because those were also the Tama Rockstar, which changed to the Superstar.
That's what I think I had. The Tama Green, the Forest Green Rock Stars.
And I had,
I think they're both good kits, you know?
yeah, which my first like real kit was it had changed to the Superstars. It was like the first year they changed. I had the wine red Superstars with like the floating tom, like the floor tom.
Yeah, dude, I needed that bad. That was the good, yeah, they had that good floating tom system, right?
Yeah, it was.
Because the two in the kick drum coming out, right?
Yeah.
Shot. But never, you know what I'm saying? You were struggling to try to get them together. You got to raise them all the way. Some of them are not, dude, you know the struggle, right? But yeah, man, those floating Tamas were good, man.
They had it always came with like the really professional, like their ball and L-arm system was always, even on the low end, like the Swing Stars, what you were saying, it still came with like the really good,
yeah, man.
You could tighten it down. Yeah.
Put them wherever you needed to go, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I mean, and then, no, I mean, it was usually Pearl and Tamas I played on, and then recently I just got like the custom precision. I can never say that word. Precision drums. They're based out of upstate New York. Custom kit. But dude, and what else? So what were you a Zildjian dude? Sabian?
So I started off as a Sabian dude, and then I went to, I was on Zildjians in school for a while because they had those big rides and crashes that I liked. And then I went to Dream because I had to buy my own kit. So I got these Dream ones that are like, you know, Ks for a quarter of the price. Wow. And now I've switched back to Zildjian.
I used to love the Zildjian. They made so the Sabians were the double, what were they, the AXX?
AAX, yeah.
AX. Those are the good ones. And then Zildjian had, was it Z-Rock? Were they the Z's?
The Z Customs?
Z Customs, I think they used to make. I don't know if they make them anymore, but those are my go-tos. And I couldn't afford the A Customs, you know what I'm saying? So, but those were like nice, heavy, you know what I'm saying? Like you could beat the shit out of them, you know, those Z's.
That Z Custom, they had the ride that had the big ass bell on it.
You love the bell.
That's still like the most, I think I've seen one or two in the wild where they got that the mega bell, and man.
Fire, right? That shit is great.
But yeah, I've cymbals, man. It's almost like I cringe when I buy a new expensive cymbal because it's like
you don't want to.
It's like cannon fodder. It's like, how many times am I gonna hit this cymbal before?
It's like a car. As soon as you get it, it's you know it's going down in value, bro. Every hit, you know. But yeah, I feel the same. I get the same anxiety. I feel that. And then it's like when you know it's almost like, why is it not breaking yet? It's like any hit now, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then you're like spinning the cymbal, checking it when you're playing. It's like, yo, did it just crack? You know what I'm saying? Something sounds a little weird and it's not cracked. And it's like, oh, then yeah, it is cracked, you know? Sometimes you find them in weird places. Yeah. It's not always on the edge.
Sometimes those bow cracks are weird.
Yeah, it goes around, right? It goes around the belt.
I haven't even I've seen people that were on the bow of the cymbal, like they'll have a crack. And I'm like, how did you even?
Dude, I guess the vibrations, I don't know. Maybe there's a weak point. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? They're all made different. Maybe there's just a weak point of the making of it. I don't know.
That's true. You're on TRX now, right?
Yeah, I was just going to say. So, yeah, so now I play the TRXs. Shout out to them. And, you know, they give me a little endorsement. My boy Taylor Young hooked me up. You know, Taylor, he played drums and nails and guitar and Gate now, I think. He introduced me to them and he was playing them. And yeah, ever since then I played them, they hooked me up. I think they played a series that they called Blends. It's like a medium bright blend, and those I use for my crashes. Then they have like it's called NRG. I use an NRG ride because for me that seemed like the thickest, like, you know what I mean? You got to get that nice
ping ping.
Exactly. And then my China is called, I think, a Lightning. They're all Lightning. It has like the, you know, the holes in it. Nice, quick, sustain. And then the hi-hats, I think, are the bright mediums too. So yeah, I got the 2 crashes, a ride, a China, and the hi-hats I use.
Are you a big ride person, like a 22, or are you a?
Yeah, I do the traditional 20. You know what I mean? I don't mind a 22 though. I don't mind it. It just gets in the way a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I stick to the 20.
You got to reach a bit more for the bell.
Exactly. Starts riding your floor tom. You know what I mean? Start doing rolls. You hear a ping in the middle of the fill.
It's a struggle, man.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I use TRX now, so they've been pretty consistent.
Yeah,
love him.
I've been listening to God's Hate a bit. Colin had put out a drum playthrough of, I think it was like Be Harder or some shit. It was like one of their, and those TRX sound great.
For real, man. I'm telling you, especially in the studio, right?
Oh yeah, and it's hard to find.
I'm in the studio, man.
It's hard to find those right cymbal sounds.
For sure,
because we're anal about it.
No, they're bleeding through everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I got to find out. I can't remember what series of the TRXs he uses as far as his crashes and shit. I got to check it out. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy with them.
They sound great.
You know?
Even on the Instagram videos that you've posted and stuff, like I'm like, man, those are bright, but they get out of the way real quick.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I usually go for the brighter sound in crashes. You know what I mean? So just to cut through, you know, ones that just cut through.
Yep.
A lot going on, a lot of 2 guitars, you know. But yeah, man, they're dope.
We come from the time of, you know, they didn't mic anything. You had fucking
never, bro. They used this mic to snare and the kick, right? You're hitting as hard as you can. You're killing your arms. You're killing the drums just to get you think it's not loud enough, you know? So you're trying to bang them.
It's like I can't hear the kick drum. So I'm like going through the fucking head.
Never ending struggle, bro.
Man. Well, Wisdom in Chains, you guys put out the split with Sharp Shock in 2020.
Yeah.
I know that you guys did the park show last April, which is happening again in a few weeks.
Yeah, the anniversary almost show. Yep.
Yeah.
Same, pretty much the same lineup. Extra little feature from Burn, right? They're playing, they're on it. But yeah, it should be dope, man.
It looks like it was a hell of a time last year. I remember watching, we were still locked down up here in Montreal, and all my friends were like, fuck, man, that show looks like it was off.
Dude, it was liberating. It was just good vibes the whole day, bro. It was like a high, you know what I mean? Everyone you see and everyone, I mean, a great turnout. Everyone's having fun. Different people are doing, you know what I'm saying? All the way in the back, you got Congos playing. It was an amazing day, you know what I'm saying? Bands killed it, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Cuz for putting it on, and all the bands and all the people coming, you know what I'm saying? Come again, man. It's free show, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully, I'm looking forward to it, obviously. But yeah, man, it should be cool.
What else has Wisdom in Chains got going on for the year? I know that y'all have a couple of shows in the summer.
Very, very, yeah, I think we were supposed to go to Europe, and that fell through. And couple, I think maybe like 3 that I know of right now. Not many, like very little shows going on for us, at least, you know. But yeah, we do the park show, and I'm pretty sure we're going to do This Is Hardcore in Philly. You know what I'm saying? Joe Hardcore always reaches out and hooks us up. And I always look forward to that. You know, that you know how that goes. Yeah. Another amazing band, you know what I'm saying, fest. But so I think we got that. And then I can't remember what we have after that. Very little though, bro.
Any studio time this year?
For Wisdom, we're trying, you know, it's like pulling teeth right now with a couple people, just because everyone's doing, you know, their own thing, trying to figure out some shit. But we might, we're looking forward to maybe doing a full length with Z9. Yeah,
I saw that the EP came out last year.
Yeah, man.
So you guys are still working hard on that.
Richie is still doing guitars and vocals. And right now it's just Evan on bass and me on drums. So yeah, I mean, we're writing, we're always getting together, you know what I mean? So we're working on doing a full length with that, you know. But in between, we do, write we write for both bands and see where it goes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it goes nowhere, but Z9 is looking to do a full length.
Yeah, I heard some of the studio stuff you were posting was like super cool. It's almost like an alt metal style sound. Nice,
right?
Nice and droney, and it's really cool.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, man. Yeah, I was going to ask what you think. But yeah, I mean, I like it. The songs are dope, and we're getting good feedback. And Richie's doing a lot of writing, and we just get together and bang it out.
Mm-hmm.
After the park show, we'll start focusing on that again, maybe, and then try to record early summer, maybe. See how it goes, and that's it.
And nothing happening for Stigma, or y'all are still.
We played Rogers Benefit not too long ago in Queens, New York, but we try, but we wanted to start writing again, and but we definitely always keep shows in mind. But AF's going out for a good run, man. I mean, I think they're leaving in May and going all the way through till July. So
yeah, I saw that they're picking back up. That's really crazy that they're still chugging along.
Yeah, it's amazing. It was amazing. They rap hard, bro. Lifers.
Yeah.
And yeah, shout out to AF. And then yeah, we keep in touch. The Stigma band has, we chat. Always looking to do something, but so you never know. We haven't done it in a while though, as far as recording.
I see. I'm like, is this a flashback or is this a new photo? Like,
yeah, it's flashback. Well, we get together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we always get to hanging out or whatever, practicing. But yeah, usually the album stuff is old.
Yeah, man. I would love to hear some new Stigma, or even see it's just I've been getting into like some of those throwback. I just talked to Ignite a couple of weeks ago, and they just released a new LP, which is awesome.
Dude, it's dope.
It's so good. And then even talking to like Rusty and those boys from H2O, like I love that the pandemic kind of like relit a fire under some of these bands.
Yeah, for sure, man. What's the last show you've been to up there near you?
Oh man, I recently just.
Was it a while?
No, this past weekend I got to see Circle Jerks in 7 seconds.
Dope.
Which was like check the box. I mean, that's like a bucket list band.
Fuck, I haven't seen 7 seconds in years.
And what's cool about seeing that show is like, Circle Jerks they started off punk. I mean, you've seen the decline of Western civilization, obviously, like they're a punk band, but seeing the crossover between punk and hardcore, because that eventually led to bands like 7 Seconds and hardcore punk bands from the California. And then, they play with Minor Threat, Bad Brains, all that. I mean, seeing the crossover in the crowd between like these old head, like straight edge, old head hardcore dudes, like punks, oi punks, young punks, like young hardcore kids. Like I'm there. I'm not a punk, but I mean,
love that shit. You're right, bro. You know what I'm saying? We all, it's great. Everyone wants to go out and see a show,
Yeah. And then seeing like the types of moshing, you've got the old pogo dancing style.
Pogo.
And then you've got like the old heads two-stepping. They haven't two-stepped in like 20 years, but they're going to two-step to 7 seconds. Like,
so dope.
It's fucking sick. It's sick to see that shit. And there's no fighting. I mean, there's no like, the energy's good.
Oh, yeah. That's how the park show was, you know what I mean? It was the mix of everybody, you know what I mean? And I'm looking forward to that, man.
Which, I mean, I'm sure that's something that you love still about hardcore, is it's no matter what your age, it's for everybody.
Yeah, I think so. You know what I mean? And excuse me, just to see everybody having a good time and singing along. Like that's why, you know what I'm saying? Like the message, you know what I'm saying? It's just that's what hardcore is, man. You know what I mean? It's for me, it's the best scene in the world. You know what I mean? But that's how it was the whole day, man. There was bands like that, like. It was from the Capturers, you know what I'm saying, their style. Mm-hmm. You had that crowd, you know what I'm saying? So it was a mix of everybody, and everyone was enjoying themselves, man. So get out there.
Go stage dive.
Stage dive for sure. Yeah, I fucking love it.
Stage dive, man. Jump on somebody's head.
Yeah. Well, do whatever you want, you know?
Well, Luke, man, this has been such a great time talking with you. I hope that show is just as fun as it was last year. Unfortunately, I might not be able to get down there, but, you know.
I'll keep you in the thoughts. I'll send you videos.
That's it. Just messaging me videos on Instagram. But yeah, I hope that you guys have a great time. And for the rest of the shows you got going on, we'll be looking out for that Z9 full length, hopefully.
Yeah, appreciate that, man.
I got one last question for you before we get off here.
Shoot.
What's your favorite city for Beans and Breakdowns?
Oh, man. New York, baby. You know? New York's still alive, bro. Don't worry about it. You know, we're still out here. A lot of bands, you know what I mean? I know, I don't know where boroughs they come from, but New York's got a ton of bands, man. Shout out to all the New York hardcore bands. You know what I'm saying? From Buffalo to Long Island to all, you know, they're out there.
Long Island's holding it down right now, man.
Yeah, for sure. But there's tons, man. I like I said, as far as Manhattan, you know, I don't know which bands are coming out where, but they're out there, man. Shout out to Combust and Fire is Murder and King Nine, all those dudes. Sworn Enemy still holding it down. Matic, Fahrenheit 451 just played. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Bronx crew. And shout out to Puerto Rican Mike. And yeah, there's tons of bands, man. Crazy Eddie, The Kings Never Die. They're all here, man. So hopefully we just start playing more shows and venues start opening up and giving us a chance to throw shows again.
Oh, yeah. I know St. Vitus has been, they did the Triple B showcase not too long ago.
Yeah, there's some show, you know, Barry Electric's holding it down. I'm going tonight into Brooklyn to, what's it called? Kingsland to see Scotty Vogel's band, Buried Alive.
Oh, yeah.
From Buffalo.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man. So it should be fun. Yeah, I'm heading out there. They got good fucking pizza there, too. They got a good ball pie, Kingsland. Yeah, don't sleep on that. Old school.
Damn, man. Buried Alive, man. That's a throwback. That's going to be good.
Hell yeah. Yeah, playing.
That's going to be good.
So, yeah. I'll see them tonight. So that's it, really, man. Shout out to the worldwide hardcore scene, bro.
That's it. HC lives, baby.
That's it. Grace, bro. Thanks for having me, man.
Thanks so much for hanging out. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday.
Yeah, appreciate it, brother. You too, man. One love.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode of Beans and Breakdowns. I want to say a huge thanks to Luke for hanging out with me on the podcast, talking about all of his different music projects he's got going on. Be sure to check out the EP from Z9, We Don't Come in Peace, and keep an eye out for that upcoming full length later this year. If you've enjoyed the podcast, please subscribe and leave a review. You can also find out more information about the podcast by following us on Instagram at Beans and Breakdowns and on the web at beansandbreakdowns.com. Until next week, be sure to stay caffeinated and wake the fuck up.